guys, it's Banksy with PLXOutdoors. Welcome back. This is going to be episode 10, and basically just going with you guys through the last few days this past week, hunting and scouting. Got some pretty cool stuff to show you guys, so just wanted to share with you guys and a few tips just for this late season. I still have not tagged out, still waiting on a nice shooter buck. Still been going out and still seeing a lot of deer, just not the right ones, and still trying to pattern a nice buck. I've been getting them at nighttime, just nothing really during the day, and thinking I need to push closer to bed in the thickest, nastiest, maybe higher elevation. Maybe they'll be there, but you never know. They're wild animals, so every day is a little bit different. The winds are changing every day, so just gonna keep on grinding, and hopefully something will turn out. So we have about 5 weeks left, and then our season here will be closed. So just wanted to give you guys a few tips and share with you guys a few videos that I got the last few days here out in the deer woods. So join me as I scout about an hour or so before I go in for the setup, and then just looking for new areas, new trails, new scrapes and rubs, anything new, shed antlers, deadheads. So follow along, and we'll see what we can find. So as I go in, a good 3-acre area just before I walk into the stand. It's pretty close by, but just trying to look for new things, maybe better areas
on the fringes,
and also for future sits. So basically just scouting and looking, and then after that just quickly going up to the tree, set up, and then wait for the last few hours of light. So come along, and let's see what we find.
Hopefully.
So on Tuesday I went out for a quick hunt, and I went a little bit early, around right at noon, so I had about 2 hours to spare. I knew I wanted to go in and scout a little bit before I actually got up in the tree. So this is the deer Porta Potty spot again. This is on the fringes of the pine bedding where I saw the most sign the last week or so, and turned out that the deer are still using it. I got a nice buck on camera, and here you guys can see that I found this nice shed. Very mature animal, so something like this I'd be super happy to harvest, but it's gonna be tough. And just slowly walking through the woods, looking for anything, looking side to side. So just taking my time, trying not to go too loud or too fast, just because all the leaves are dried. And then also just looking slowly, looking for different things, like I said, looking for scrapes, rubs, any shed antlers, deadheads, just any main trails that are heavy that I think that they might be using, or any fresh poop. Just looking for a sign that maybe I can set up on in the future, or if it's really good, then I would set up on it ASAP. So, and this spot here is on the fringes of the bedding area. So as you can see, I'm whispering, trying to go in quietly, just walk slowly. Every few steps or so I will stop and just look around and just kind of try to mask my noise a little bit, so hopefully the deer aren't too close. I did decide to set up another camera at a different angle, so hopefully it'll catch more deer and hopefully a couple nice bucks. But just wanted to see what other kind of bucks are going through this area. So I have the cameras right now. There's 2 in there, and they're probably about 50 to 75 yards apart. So one's looking west or east to west, and then the other one is looking south to north along a heavy trail that I found with a big scrape in it. So just wanted to just keep an eye on it, and then visit it at least once a week. Unless it gets really good with good footage, then I'll go a little bit more. But as of right now, I don't want to hammer it too hard yet. But plus I'm also jumping around different spots too. I'm still hunting ridges and valleys still, but very tight to thick cover, and also trying to see where there's any green vegetation where they will feed. So hoping they'll just cross my trail, but it's been tough. So I checked my camera from I checked it Tuesday from it's been out there for like about a week, and there were a bunch of does on it. There was 2 bucks, but one, or actually 3 bucks now, but one for sure was a shooter, and then the other 2 were just little forks. So it's still looking to be very good, very active, so that gives me high hopes. The bigger buck did come in at nighttime along with this other little fork horn, so I think it's just a matter of catching them, going on the right day at the right time and being in the tree. So hopefully one of these days they'll just walk by and I'll be there, get a good shot at them. But the wind is still swirling there pretty bad, so just gonna have to watch my wind and hopefully get in there, be aggressive, and hopefully they don't smell me. I mean, if you're on the fringes, you're probably gonna see them, but you won't get a shot. So just gonna try to push in there and set up on the best wind that I can find for that area, which seems to be a south wind. But if they get downwind of you, it doesn't really matter anymore. You're gonna get busted. So we're gonna keep trying. And then in this
all right, guys,
in this video,
today
it's a small
Friday,
creek bed close to the private land, and I was walking slowly trying to get up to the area I put on I marked on Onyx, and just slowly walking this creek bed, trying to stay on the higher side so I could look down into the little creek bed and also across to see if there's any good sign. And I ran it across this deadhead, so it's pretty good footage, pretty good deadhead, probably a 2.5-year-old, I would say. And just slowly walking, looking for sign. Every few steps or so I would just stop and look around, and not many rubs and scrapes in this area, but it is a newer spot, so just wanted to go take a quick look before I got set up in the tree. Trails are here, nothing super heavy, but you can see where they're crossing the creek bed, and they're just paralleling both sides of the creek bed. So it looked to be a decent spot, but I sat here last night and I didn't really see much, so we'll just keep on going and hopefully find more sign. So one of the biggest tips today would be just take an hour or 2 out of your day before you go sit, especially if you're hunting late season. Just go walk around real quick. It doesn't have to be close to where you're actually going to be sitting, but maybe on the way there, just stop at a little area, just 2, 3, 4 acre area, and just go walk around somewhere where you think that they potentially could bed or could feed, and then go look for a sign. That's what I've been doing, just taking an hour or 2 out of my day right before I go sit in the stand. Just go quickly walk around, get out, and then head to the stand. If it's good, I'll sit and I'll do a setup there. But if it's not as good or I don't feel as confident, then I'll just go back to the prime spot that I picked out for that day. And the plan is, once I tag out, or if the season closes before that, then I do plan to take a few hours when I go and just slowly walk through, go to different areas that I've marked on Onyx but never been to, just potential areas that they could be bedded, or anywhere where it's thick and nasty, or with anything related to feed nearby. I'll be doing that. Just taking a few hours a day just to go walk around, scout. And also they should be shedding here pretty soon, so hopefully find a few more sheds. I found 2 sheds already this year and 1 deadhead, so hopefully I can add to that. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, just get out there, put your miles in, and that's the most important thing to do right now, especially if you want to know where they're at and where the best trails and the best sign is. Just get out there, start walking, get your Onyx ready, and start leaving waypoints for next year, and see if you can find anything good for this year, especially with all the bucks that are dropping their antlers. That's always a good time to get out there. All right, guys, so in closing, for this episode 10, basically just keep grinding. That's what I'm doing. It's getting tiring, taking a day or so off every day to just edit and take a break from it, but it's been cold, it's been tough, so yeah, just keep grinding, stay positive, stay warm out there. The winds are pretty cold, so just got to find a way to get out there and stick it out, and just find more time in the woods, scouting, but also hunting if you still have a tag, and then looking for deer sheds and deadheads that have died over the past few months from other hunters. And also, don't forget to put in your miles. Get out there, go scout, look for new areas, new thick, nasty bedding areas, feeding areas for next year. So, just so you have an idea for the future, and then have potential spots to sit at for next year during opening season, especially during pre-rut and rut. I know everyone's excited for that, so we're all trying to find the best spot, but you can't find them if you're not out there scouting. So get out there, scout, and good luck to everyone. Be safe, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks.